Hello, welcome to our course for how to create a custom WordPress theme from scratch. I'm Josiah Mann.
And I am Jonathan Mann, and today we're going to take you through everything you need to know about WordPress. And we're going to start at the very ground up. We are going to start with installing WordPress. We're going to go through everything you need to know about the WordPress menu, about the admin bar, and then we're going to start doing our actual work within the themes. The very first theme we're going to do, we're going to take an HTML bootstrap theme and we're going to convert it into WordPress and make it work dynamically. So from scratch, we'll teach you how to make the theme. We'll teach you how to get a dynamic menu in the theme and get everything working so that your user can come in and make new pages. It'll pull all your content from your header and footer and everything in a dynamic way. So that's the very first thing we're going to do.
Right, and the first theme is extremely simple. So it's not there's a lot of complexity within WordPress, but we want to start out like, let's get a custom theme built from scratch. You know the basic template files you have to have, and then it works dynamically, so you could actually be selling this to clients and building themes for clients right off the bat.
Yeah, and we're starting at the simplest level, so someone who hasn't done hardly anything in WordPress, you'll have to know some HTML and some CSS, but aside from that, you can jump right in and get started on your WordPress theme.
Right. And the other thing is PHP is an important language for WordPress, but you don't have to know PHP or be a PHP programmer. You need to know a little bit of WordPress PHP and some very, very basic PHP, which hopefully just in the process of taking you through building these things, you'll become familiar enough with it that you can see it and know what you're doing and work around it a little bit. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to get into a more involved WordPress theme that's pretty common in terms of a theme you might develop for a client or for a company. So that's going to have a kind of a custom home page with a lot of custom fields built into it. It's going to have a lot of custom page templates. That's a huge request whenever you're building WordPress themes, is that you have a page template that on the front end looks beautiful and looks well designed, but on the back end a user can go in and just add the information on the page without ever having to look at code or break your page templates. That's hugely important, is the user interface is easy to use. So we'll begin using advanced custom fields and custom page templates to do that. And then we'll get into the loop a little bit more in depth, which is how we'll create a blog with WordPress, how we'll create any type of custom pages that pull whatever type of dynamic content we want and list them. So the blog will list each blog post, and then you can go in and look at each individual blog post as well.
Yeah.
So we'll get into the more custom and more in-depth side of things, and by the time we're done with that theme, everything on your theme will be dynamic, from everything in the header. You'll have a logo upload capability. You'll be able to have a dynamic menu. We'll have widgets in the footer so somebody can add content to the footer easily. It's all just going to be super easy for a user to come in and mess with on the back end using WordPress's built-in features. So if you're ready to get started, go ahead and sign up today, and we'll be happy to see you on the other side.